On behalf of Project Concordia, we would like to thank you for the support and feedback we have received in regards to our project. Towards the end of 2020, we started Project Concordia with the aim of researching the effects of gender inequality in the workplace. Our aim slowly grew into a bigger picture as we decided to not only learn about gender inequality and its effects, but also to spread the word about it to a wider audience. We chose the topic of human rights collectively as a group, and each one of us, Aditi, Ishita, Ganesh, and Divyesh, had a keen interest in seeing this project succeed.
In order to achieve our goal, we decided to create a short documentary series which compared the effects of gender inequality had in the workplace in two different aspects, between generations and between rural and urban areas. We learned that the mere location of an individual and the way in which they were brought up can alter their mentality about subjects such as gender inequality. We did interviews with our school peers and people from urban locations, and with schools in more rural areas in the world, as well as interviews with young children and adults to help us find out differences in their views about the topic of gender discrimination. We reached out to many organizations, such as Priden.sg and Changemaker Asia, to get possible volunteers and collect information on this topic.
We performed 2 cross-cultural collaborations with schools in India and Florida to acquire a deeper and a more focused understanding of the issue. Before continuing, I'd like to give my thanks and gratitude to Lokhandwala Foundation School in Mumbai, India and Springstead High School in Spring Hill, Florida for their time and support in the project. Their interviews helped us gain an insight into the gender discrimination across schools and households of teenagers in today's world. The perspectives of the students differed in terms of levels of bias and discrimination, which showed us the disparities in modern society. So how does this help us exactly? The differences in cultures and settings enabled us to draw comparisons between the two groups of teenagers and truly understand the connections between them.
At the start of 2021, we decided to start a weekly posting schedule which we titled Reach Out, Speak Out, ROSO in short, where every week we released a story on our Instagram page which talked about the difficulties well-known people faced regarding gender discrimination and how they overcame the difficulties. We started ROSO to show our audience how reaching out about their stories regarding gender discrimination is not only healthy for them as an individual, but also good for the community as it makes people come together. We carried out the ROSO posts for months until the viewer interaction decreased. We believe that our overall feedback from those posts help us improve our project and continually improve the quality of our posts. We learned a lot about the different ways people cope with gender discrimination and how it plays a major role in the workplace.
Our project began and grew during the midst of a global pandemic. When we started Project Concordia, we intended on conducting many interviews with people all over Singapore and also visiting organizations and centers to get a chance to interact with members of foundations that deal with solving the gender discrimination problem on a daily basis. However, our plans were cut short by the government guidelines. We had regular lockdowns in our country, which slowed down our progress a great deal. However, we came up with alternative solutions, such as conducting online interviews, which also gave us the chance to conduct interviews with people outside our country and get an international perspective on our topic. The volunteers who applied to take part in our project also had busy schedules, and most of them backed out, which set us back on our timeline even more. We managed to find new solutions to our setbacks and finish our outcome in a slightly different way than we imagined.
Through this project, I learned that there are many cultural perspectives on gender bias. Prior to research, I had no idea how embedded this issue was in the very foundation of modern society. Constant research and working on the outcome enabled me to draw parallels between the issue in the world and in my very own home. Researching caused me to educate my family on the matter, which led to a more open mindset and accepting nature very quickly. Personally, I was deeply impacted and was able to be more inclusive and understanding of others' identities and also be more understanding of the root cause of gender bias and where it truly stems from.
Throughout the course of this project, we were able to connect with people from all over the world. Through the medium of our research, I was able to better understand the gravity of gender bias at various fronts. We were introduced to working adults and teenagers from India, Singapore, the United States, and Australia too. Meeting with these new people allowed me to view our differences with an open mind, and it encouraged me to connect with people on the basis of our similarities and differences too. Not only has Project Concordia allowed me to expand my knowledge and understanding of various ongoing global issues, but it has also allowed me to build a stronger relationship with my teammates. This project has provided us with a platform to highlight the various issues that come along with gender discrimination in hopes of bringing about change in the lives of the people that it affects.
Hi, I'm Kavinaya and I'm the media creative at Project Concordia. So I think the best part about Project Concordia was that I could gain a greater understanding of what's happening around the world in terms of gender discrimination. As a female myself, my whole life I've always tried to stop gender discrimination wherever I've seen it, but I've only been able to gain understanding on my own personal experience or experiences that have been told to me by my own family or friends. But now through the cross-cultural collaborations and all of our in-depth research that we did, I was able to understand a lot more and educate myself and make myself more aware on what gender discrimination actually means and what it consists of.
Personally, I learned a lot about gender inequality. I learned about the different ways in which it can affect a person in the workplace. Throughout the course of this project, I had the chance to interact with people around the world and get their perspectives regarding this issue. I also learned that gender inequality is unbiased in a sense. It can affect anyone regardless of their status, whether it be a celebrity or people from rural areas. Project Concordia gave me the chance to voice my opinions on this matter and possibly help the other people do the same as well.
As the data analyst, it was my job to evaluate different sources regarding gender inequality to have a better understanding of gender inequality in its current state. Not only did I look through statistical data, but I also had the chance to talk to people about how they viewed gender inequality and the experiences that they had on it, which really helped to broaden my view on the subject.